afraid for my life," Joey McLean wrote in a formal letter to HR months before he was killed on the job. New documents obtained by Fox 5 reveal McLean once considered coworker Bryson Kim a friend. But in February, McLean requested to move work sites, though he did not mention Kim specifically. He said he urgently wanted to transfer, quote, "If I could put this off until next shift bid, I would. Unfortunately, this is urgent. I need the city to be flexible and help." Within days, Kim filed an HR complaint against McLean for a number of reasons, including saying he unlatched the bottom latch on the bed of the dump truck, so when I went to close it, the whole bed fell off and almost crushed my feet. And he alleged McLean wrote, quote, "Keep it aloha" on his work truck. Kim told management that being Hawaiian, he felt the comment was directed toward his nationality in a negative or mocking manner. McLean also filed an HR complaint against Kim due to, quote, "escalating events," writing HR, quote, "I am writing to reiterate the severity of this situation and to request immediate and definitive action to ensure my safety. I am being actively stalked by Bryson Kim outside of work hours, which adds another layer of fear and intimidation to the situation. The combination of his delusions, steroid use, access to a firearm, and stated gang affiliation makes his threats credible and his behavior dangerously unpredictable." McLean also writing he expected a prompt response from HR. McLean was then placed on paid leave, his work badge deactivated so he would not have access to work sites. Managers debated if they would grant his request to change work locations, one writing, quote, "I think we opened the door for one emergency transfer and we will have the same situation occur after every vacated position and staff will constantly request to move shifts for emergency reasons." Who decides if it's an emergency? Waking up and taking your child to school, sleeping at night, eating lunch in the daylight hours, or watching football on Sundays may constitute an emergency to some. They both chose their shift. They need to learn to work together and have an amicable relationship.
The two men did work together again more than 24 times before the deadly shooting, but were assigned a separate task. Kim pleaded not guilty earlier this month. His murder trial is set for February.
Hello everyone. So as you see, this poor man lost his life due to workplace violence. And as someone who's dealt with harassment on many jobs because of what I believe to be people targeting me because I'm soft-spoken, they've literally said this. They have harassed me, stalked me outside of work, touched me inappropriately by grabbing my waist, numerous different things. Sorry for the redundancy. But I just feel like he did everything right. He reported to HR and it didn't stop. I reported to HR and it didn't stop. HR is not there to help you. It's not. File the lawsuit. Go to the EEOC. Don't be afraid. Don't back down. Don't do what I did. Don't just try to ignore it. It will not go away. Sue them. Because the thing is, he did everything correctly and they failed him. He tried to switch shifts. He told them, "I'm being stalked. I'm afraid." I had someone follow me in the car, aggressively driving behind me, riding my bumper, angrily, and it was terrifying. These situations shouldn't have to happen. HR needs to do their job. Now, in one of my situations, HR was very helpful and very proactive. However, it didn't stop the situation because people like this will solicit other people who are like-minded to still harm you, to retaliate, to keep the harm going. So sometimes you just have to go to the EEOC and file the complaint because dealing with people like this, they're not going to stop. They're not. And, hopefully more information comes out about this. It is not okay for him to be Mr. Kim to be targeted based on his race, but given the circumstances, all we know now is that he was shot. The man was shot, Mr. McCullen. So we need to do better as a society to leave people alone and not be racist. We also need to not pick up a gun because that's not okay. This is unacceptable. HR should have stepped in. The employer should have stepped in. Management should have stepped in and handled the situation. The go along to get along needs to die. The days of it being expected that people who do not work well together need to just tough it out needs to end, because unfortunately some of us are normal and others aren't. Some of us can handle working in environments where we don't necessarily get along with the other person because maybe our personalities just clash, but others can't. They want to dictate when you speak, how you speak, who you speak to. They want to try to force you to have a conversation with them. They want to throw temper tantrums. They want to storm around, stomp, and whatever other nonsense. And also, you shouldn't be in a work environment where someone's being racist to you. He shouldn't have wrote, you know, what he wrote on the truck if he's the one who did it. People are taking substances at work, and I understand times are hard, and these people aren't necessarily bad people, but they're going through a tough time, and it makes them dangerous. And it's okay to separate people when things like that happen. I don't understand why people act like it's so hard to separate them. Oh, everyone's gonna do it. Okay, well, everyone might want to switch, but not everyone is having an active, threatening situation go on. I hope this man's family finds peace. I hope the other man's family finds peace as well. This is a sad situation. He shouldn't have had this happen. And all in all, let's just hope these things don't continue to happen. And HR employees start to take this seriously. Bye.